Is there anything that gets the juices flowing like a rivalry game? And our matchup is bitter. It has barbs and shots thrown on and off the field over the years. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Florida Gators, taking on last year's national champion, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gators will kick it away to start. Coming out with it, it's Jackson. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Using his legs, it's Durham. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. They've made it to the middle of the season, #1 team in the land, but now's when you have to work on staying there.
Yeah, it's been a really, really good start. Impressed with them, impressed with offense, defense, special teams, complete unit so far. But, Jesse, 7 games in, we ain't crowning a national champion.
No doubt about it. And listen, they've looked good for most of the first half of the year. Obviously, that's why they've got that number beside their name now. But when you're the #1 team, all that means is the games get bigger and bigger as you go. So still lots of meat on the bone for this team.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. How are we going to get a few yards? Nice job, nice execution. First down.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Creates a little space. Picks up the 1st down. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy 1st down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Just had a solid pickup on 1st. Now let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to throw. It's Holstein. Under fire. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Hey, sometimes numbers lie, but this quarterback just learned a valuable lesson. These numbers don't lie. One of the best defenses against the pass, and you see why right there. Man, they break on the football, so much speed in the back end, break on it, make the play. This defense is legit, and that QB's finding out firsthand.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Guys, let's chat about Florida. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed, the measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day 1.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Trying to pick it up on the ground. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
I think to be a good third down offense, guys, you've got to be able to run the football. You're going to come upon these third and short situations multiple times throughout the course of the year, but you've got to be able to get push up front, and it helps when you have a talent like that to turn around and hand the football off to.
And the Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Quickly to the tight end.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
The Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give to the lone running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The Gators come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Drop play, quarterback keeps it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
And that is how a punter helps out his defense, hitting them deep in their own territory. A lot of real estate in front of them as the drive starts at their own 6. Looking for a gap. It's Durham. Powers ahead, gets 4. He's down at the 10. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
Might be changing the route. The play action fake. Pocket breaking down. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete.
This quarterback has got a ton of speed. And it doesn't just help him running the football, but it helps him in the passing game, too. You just saw right there how he was able to use that speed and athleticism to buy himself time to at least give him an opportunity.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Holstein. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Looking downfield on 1st down. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down. When these two first met in 1937 in Baton Rouge, LSU shut out the Gators. Florida would notch the first road victory in this swampy series when they beat LSU on the Bayou in 1956.
And a lot of history between these two teams because even when there were two divisions in the SEC, this was a constant cross-division rivalry featuring lots of NFL talent. and some really dramatic games. I remember being the #1 team in the nation back in 1997, going into Baton Rouge and losing, and the fans rushing the field, tearing down the goalposts. These two teams have unbelievable fan bases and lots of talent on the field.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab at the 10. Touchdown LSU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Abrams. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And the extra point splits the uprights. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And he's going to bring this one out. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to pass. It's Holstein. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much. Now, guys, when it comes to LSU, as most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. With the recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
Well, the drag routes put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Dura. Oh, a lot of space. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's first and goal. They'll send the back in motion. Going up top again. Fires into the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with a turnover.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. wide receiver comes in motion. Finds his tight end. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Warner. They've got the screen set up. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, this offense will screen you in a variety of ways. They'll throw receiver screens, tight end screens. The running back screen also a big part of what they like to do, like you just saw there.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Keeps it on the draw. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the 1st down.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Wants to return it. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, LSU.
Making side adjustments here. They'll start this drive going to the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. To the air, it's Holstein. He'll take a shot. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. The give from the gun. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the running back from the shotgun.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Warner. Makes the grab, it's Cobb. He's guided out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
And the Gators are on the move. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He was thinking big return, didn't get that. But boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The toss sweep to the right. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Looking to throw, it's Holstein. He rifles one deep down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Pressure coming. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Looking downfield, it's Warner. Now improvising. Got it in the middle, it's Cobb. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a 1st down here late in the half. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking for a crease. It's Cobb. Tough, physical, hard-nosed running gets it to the 34.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires to the wideout. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Man, I love on 3rd down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle route, and I can have success because my quarterback knows exactly when he's going to break, and that defense is not going to beat my running back.
The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Warner. Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll run it from the gun. They stop him well short of the marker. It's 4th down from the 27. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Dead center perfect. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Watkins. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU ready to boot it away and open this second half. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. They'll keep it on the ground to start the second half. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the...
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a man. It's Warner. Got his man on the right. At the 45 on his way. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the ball squirted out. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Turning it on. Past the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And they turn it into a defensive score.
Nice job by the defense forcing the fumble. That took the perfect bounce right into the DB's hands. He shows you the speed and takes it back all the way for a touchdown. That was the definition of a fortuitous bounce.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellows, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Tulsa is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about all along Route 66 for some time. They're up by 17 over UTSA. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this.
Touchdown, Gators! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And he's in for the second score of the game. My goodness. Note to self, kickoff team. Don't kick it to him anymore. Squib it, kick it to the other guy. Just don't let that guy touch it again.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll bring it back. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Holstein. Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
The short hands, it's Durham. Across the 35, out of bounds, and the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating play.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
He wants to throw it again. He wants to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line. And the Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
The give on the inside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lost one deep down the right side.
And you just got to wonder if the pass rush affected the QB's accuracy on that throw. He had his guy wide open in the end zone, but he had to throw it a split second faster than he wanted to, and the ball got away from him.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
All tied up, just about set to kick it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Florida. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Not much coaches love more than finding points on special teams, and that 94-yard touchdown return gave it to them. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's coming out of the end zone. Slips through the line. He's got it out. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up. It's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we're tied up in the third. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Gets it all the way out to the 33 before he stopped. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Trying to turn the corner on the left. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, it's Warner. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Well, great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. He just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try and get this ball back to their offense.
Hunt is on its way. Makes the catch at the 30. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Motion from the wideout. Handoff to the lone back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Got enough for the 1st. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the 1st. An array of possibilities here. The Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. There he goes. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
Let's go to the
itself a hole today, and I don't think they're climbing out of that puppy. Huge interest in this game, and they have rolled over. They're trailing by 32 to Tulane. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They are stuck deep in their own territory and trying to get out, opening the drive from their own 3. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Got his man downfield. Brought down at the 26 after a 15-yard pickup.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Leaves it with the running back. Boom. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
To the tight end. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the air, it's Warner. Here comes the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Things started on this drive from the 24. The give to the back. Still running at the 40. And there they go again. Another huge gain on the ground.
Play callers love it offensively when you can run the football when the other team knows you're going to do it. That is called imposing your will. And here in the 4th quarter with the lead, very first play of the drive, you break off a nice run. He might just call the exact same play right again here.
Wide receiver going in motion. To the ground. He's got it again. Gets it past the marker. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He might want another play. Off play action on first down. They get to him as he throws.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Got a little space. Past the 30. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown LSU! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. That one pushes this lead out a little bit more here in the fourth, and now they can smell 8 straight wins. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You've got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They'll start this drive from their own 35-yard line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Back to pass, it's Warner. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Catch in the middle. It's Daniels. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They'll try to get it through the air. Quarterback on the move, still looking. He'll get rid of it. Makes the grab. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion on that last third down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
And the Gators will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. Runs through a tackle. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Warner. Here's a heat. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Well, the problem for this offense now late in the game, trailing by a bunch of points, is that the defense knows they're going to throw the football. And right now, offensively, they cannot protect the edge. You saw the speed. Coming from the outside, he was able to get to the quarterback for another negative play.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jackson. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8. And that decision will be questioned for a while. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. And this one is just about in the books. The defense can stop the clock one more time as the offense takes a knee. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Starting to feel a little pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Makes the catch around the 50. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Keeps looking downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Caught over the middle. It's Cobb. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Hit as he throws. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
And I tell you what, every time you throw it that direction, your coach holds his breath. Like, it was just a tip there, but he's #1 in the nation in interceptions for a reason. Breaks on the ball, sees the ball, make big plays. Be careful throwing that direction.
Dropping back, it's Warner. Looking for the score. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And I love the personnel group that the defense is in right now. With the lead late in a 2-minute situation, you're seeing extra DBs on the field. You know the offense is going to try and throw the football. So faster guys, good job that time getting to the ball, knocking it away, forcing the incompletion. You stay in this personnel grouping if you're on defense.
Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Really nice 3rd down sub-defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. They're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. And now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him for the sack, and now get the ball back after the fourth down stop. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Offense changing the play. Looking downfield on first down. Takes a hit as he fires. Wide open downfield. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. They're able to make the stop, but a little extra icing on this winning cake in this one. It's really easy to get caught up in the emotion of a rivalry game. We did, and certainly this was a huge win.
Yeah, and you started, you circled it, you were ready for this team. This is the rivalry you put a lot of stock in all offseason. We're talking about this game in particular. You go out and get the dub. It's a relief because you definitely wanted this team.
And it's bragging rights for everybody, for the coaching staff, for the fans, but how about for the players as well? For another 365 days.